year. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, and I hit that.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Bills first down.
From midfield, here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Going deep for Diggs. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Now Allen again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Again, they'll throw without it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Allen to throw once more. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own 24-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And some room to roam now. He's at the 40, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 76 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now it's Carson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was. As you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. 2nd down and goal. Wilson, his pass caught at the 4.
Wilson's pass.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Flushed out right, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
The defense was almost too good on that play. For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that's caught by Beasley. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen to Beasley, 1st down, Buffalo. They'll run here with Singletary. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Bills.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Gain of 30.
Give him 30 yards there. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now a run with Singletary. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the gun, it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Bills.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. Looking again for Diggs, and this time he's got him. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Operating from the red zone now. Allen, and that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
Incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though. He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Allen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And he's able to put it through.
Seahawks 28, Bills 14. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen going deep for Diggs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
3-yard line.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They run it with Carson. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Flush to his right. He'll run it. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Allen will try again on 2nd down. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the P2.
A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. After the interception, here's Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 30.